In the secondary circus shows known as freak shows, which started in England in the 16th century, people with unusual physical conditions were exhibited as curious attractions. These are 10 bizarre circus freaks banned from history. The dark origins of freak shows. Back then, deformities were seen as supernatural signs or bad omens. Number 10. Prince Randian, the Snake Man. Prince Randian, widely known as the Snake Man or human torso, was born in 1871 in British Guiana without arms or legs, a rare condition called tetraamelia. Overcoming the limitations of his body, Randian impressed audiences with his remarkable skills, being able to write, paint, and even light cigarettes with only his mouth. His extraordinary ability made him a star in the circus world, especially in the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey circus productions. Alongside his circus career, Randian appeared in the classic 1932 film Freaks, where his role helped solidify his fame. He became an emblematic figure of the human oddities era in entertainment, gaining admiration for how he overcame obstacles and stood out, leaving a legacy of resilience. What made Prince Randian truly remarkable wasn't just his physical condition, but his determination to live independently. He married, had children, and supported his family through his performances. Number 9. The Doll Family. Harry, Kurt, Earls and his sisters. Harry, known by the nickname Kurt, immigrated from Germany to the United States in 1915 along with his sister Grace. During this period, he found work with a man named Earls, who became a pivotal figure in his life. Kurt adopted the surname Earls as a way of showing recognition, and with it built his new identity in the country. In the 1920s, his sisters Daisy and Tiny also joined him in America, beginning a major phase in their lives. Together, they formed an unbeatable team and started performing in the circus, quickly gaining the public's attention. Their extraordinary talents and daring acts stood out, making them well-known figures in the circus world. The performances they staged were famous for their innovation and boldness, impressing even the most critical spectators. Their journey in the circus was not only about entertainment, but also about overcoming obstacles and the strength of family unity. Over time, the name Earls became synonymous with excellence in the circus, and their contributions are still remembered today. Number 8. Maurice Tillet, the inspiration for Shrek. The animated film Shrek was released in 2001, but it was inspired by the story of Maurice Tillet, born on October 23, 1903 in Russia. At 17, he began to develop physical changes due to acromegaly, a condition that causes the overproduction of growth hormone, resulting in abnormal enlargement of the skull, jaw, hands, and feet. Tillet became famous in wrestling, where he was known as the Monster of Normandy, and his unusual appearance inspired the creation of the Shrek character. Maurice Tillet, despite being highly cultured, fluent in around 10 languages, and a poet, knew he would be judged by his appearance. To cope with this, he turned to theatre, and in 1937 moved to the United States, where he started his professional wrestling career. He became the heavyweight champion in the American Wrestling Association and adopted the name the French Angel in tribute to his parents. Number 7. Johnny Eck, the Man with No Body. Johnny Eck, known as the Man with No Body, was one of the top attractions at freak shows from the 1930s to the 1950s. Born with sacral agenesis, a rare condition that left him without the lower half of his body, Johnny defied expectations by showcasing impressive talents. He performed in circuses and shows, astonishing crowds by walking on his hands, doing acrobatics, and even playing basketball. His skill and determination broke down prejudices about disabilities, making him a captivating and inspiring figure. His performances were not just about his condition, but also highlighted his agility and creativity. Johnny gained independence and mastered activities that seemed impossible for someone in his situation. In addition to performing, Johnny Eck pursued a career as an artist, exploring painting and sculpture. He also appeared in films, most notably in the 1932 horror classic Freaks. Although his performances were sometimes seen as exploitative, Johnny embraced his uniqueness and used it to challenge physical barriers. His legacy remains a symbol of perseverance and determination. Johnny Eck once famously said, "If I'd had legs, I'd have just been ordinary." He refused to be defined by what he lacked and instead focused on developing extraordinary skills with what he had. His independence was revolutionary for someone with his condition in the early 20th century. Number 6. Mirin Daijo, the human pincushion. Mirin Daijo, born as Arnold Gerrit Henskes in 1912, was a Dutch artist known for his impressive physical endurance displays in which he would pierce his body with objects such as swords, knives, and other sharp items without showing visible signs of injury. His body-piercing act drew large crowds and amazed both the audience and doctors who couldn't explain how he managed these feats without suffering permanent damage. Daijo claimed to have developed an extraordinary ability to resist pain, making him a medical enigma. During his performances, he often spent long periods with swords through his body from side to side, showing remarkable endurance. Unfortunately, in 1948, his career was tragically ended when he accidentally swallowed a needle, which led to fatal complications and his premature death. His life and accomplishments continue to be a fascinating mystery in the history of entertainment and medicine. What made Daijo particularly disturbing to authorities was his claim that he was invulnerable, that God protected him. Medical examinations confirmed that swords were genuinely passing through his organs, yet he showed no signs of infection or internal bleeding. Doctors were baffled, and some believed he represented either an extraordinary medical anomaly or evidence of abilities beyond scientific understanding. Number 5. Martin Lorello, the Owl Man. Joe. Martin Lorello, born in 1886, gained fame as the Owl Man because of his unique ability to rotate his head at a 180-degree angle and even walk while keeping that position. His remarkable skill gained attention in the early 20th century. In 1921, he moved to the United States where he joined the famous Barnum and Bailey Circus, becoming one of the most popular attractions in the show. His ability was documented in a famous photograph for Life magazine in 1940, which showcased him as one of the most extraordinary figures of the time. Medical professionals who examined Lorello concluded that his extraordinary flexibility came from a combination of an unusually flexible spine and years of careful training. What appeared supernatural was actually the result of dedicated physical conditioning, though the visual effect remained deeply unsettling to audiences who couldn't comprehend how a human head could rotate backward. Number 4. K-O-O-K-O-O. The Bird Girl. Cuckoo, known as the Bird Girl, was born in 1880 in Georgia and had Virchow-Seckel syndrome, also called bird-headed dwarfism. This condition gave her distinctive features: a small head, beak-like nose, and receded jaw. During her performances, she wore a bird costume with feathers that emphasized her unusual appearance. Her condition made her one of the most recognizable freak show performers of her era. She appeared in the 1932 film Freaks, where her distinctive appearance and gentle demeanor made her memorable to audiences. Unlike many performers who resented their exploitation, Cuckoo seemed to enjoy performing and found community among other circus performers who accepted her. Number 3. Chang and Eng Bunker, the original Siamese twins. Though not explicitly mentioned in the transcript, no discussion of circus freaks is complete without the most famous conjoined twins in history. Chang and Eng Bunker, born in 1811 in Siam, now Thailand, were connected at the sternum by a small piece of cartilage. They became international sensations, touring with P.T. Barnum before eventually settling in North Carolina, where they married 2 sisters, fathered 21 children between them, and became successful farmers. Number 2. Joseph Merrick, the Elephant Man. Joseph Merrick, known as the Elephant Man, represents perhaps the most famous and tragic figure in freak show history. Born in 1862 in Leicester, England, Merrick developed severe physical deformities now believed to be caused by Proteus syndrome combined with neurofibromatosis. His appearance was so shocking that he struggled to survive, eventually being exhibited in freak shows where audiences paid to see the Elephant Man. Unlike many performers who found community and financial security in circuses, Merrick's experience was one of exploitation and degradation. He was rescued from a brutal manager by surgeon Frederick Trevis, who arranged for Merrick to live at the London hospital for the remainder of his short life. What emerged from Trevis's relationship with Merrick was the revelation that beneath the shocking exterior lived a gentle, intelligent, and sensitive man who loved reading, particularly the Bible, and maintained hope for human kindness despite his treatment. Merrick's story became the subject of a celebrated play and film, helping shift public perception of people with severe deformities from objects of horror to individuals deserving of dignity and compassion. Number 1. The legacy and banning of freak shows. By the mid-20th century, changing social attitudes and disability rights advocacy led to the decline and eventual prohibition of traditional freak shows. What had once been acceptable entertainment became recognized as exploitation. Laws were passed prohibiting the exhibition of people with disabilities for profit, effectively banning the freak show industry. However, the legacy is complex. While undeniably exploitative, freak shows also provided employment and income to people who had few other options in an era with no disability accommodations or social safety nets. Many performers earned good money, gained independence, and found community among fellow performers. Some, like the Doll family and Johnny Eck, used freak shows as launching pads for broader entertainment careers. The banning of freak shows from history isn't just about laws prohibiting them, it's about how society has tried to forget this uncomfortable chapter. Museums rarely display freak show artifacts. Photographs of performers are hidden in archives. The 1932 film Freaks was banned in many countries for decades. Society wanted to erase the evidence of how people with differences were once treated. Yet remembering these stories is important. They remind us how far society has progressed in treating people with disabilities and differences, while also highlighting ongoing struggles for inclusion and respect. The performers in freak shows were real people with hopes, talents, and dignity who deserve to be remembered not as curiosities, but as humans navigating an unforgiving world. From Prince Randian to the Elephant Man, these performers lived lives of complexity, exploited yet often empowered, degraded yet sometimes celebrated, forgotten by history yet unforgettable in their impact. Their stories challenge us to examine how society treats those who are different and remind us that behind every freak was simply a person trying to survive and thrive in whatever way they could. Now, before you leave, just don't forget to give this video a like, smash that subscribe button, and also ring that notification bell while you're down there.